it pays to keep your vow to God. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. Those of you that are new, welcome. Make sure you hit the subscribe button below and hit the bell button that you will be notified whenever I post a new video. So excited to have you and welcome to Sent with Love. I would like to first start by apologizing to you guys for the inconsistencies of my video. This one specifically, I recently had a death in the family on top of starting a new job, so things have been a little chaotic for me, and I just wanted to apologize to you guys, and I will try my hardest to do better going forward, to at least post a video once a week. So make sure you guys, even if you guys have been here with me, make sure you hit that bell button so you guys will be notified. Today I am coming to you guys with the topic of the importance of keeping your vow to God. I will just be paraphrasing this story, so if you guys would like a detailed description of this story, go read it for yourself, and to also read it for yourself to know that I'm not making this stuff up, okay? This is God's word. Alright, y'all, I ain't making this up. 1 Samuel chapter 2, it talks about there is a husband and a wife. The husband name is Elkanah, and he has two wives, Hannah and Peninnah. And he has children with Peninnah, and with Hannah, he does not have any children. And because he does not have any children to Hannah, he kind of, I won't say favor, but he just give a little extra love to Hannah because she desires to have children, but at this moment she does not have any children. So he just give her a little bit more love. He just love on her a little bit more. And Hannah and Peninnah, they are rivals. Peninnah is so petty towards Hannah because they have children together, Peninnah and Elkanah, and because he doesn't have any children with Hannah, Peninnah, she throw jabs at Hannah all the time. She throws shade. She just make little comments just to like rile up Hannah and just to make her feel bad, like she intentionally tries to hurt her. So every year they go to Shiloh, to the temple, every year to make a sacrifice unto the Lord. So every year when they go, Peninnah would just do what she do and just kind of put Hannah in a bad place emotionally because she does not have any children. So this particular year, they went to Shiloh to make their annual sacrifice unto the Lord, and Peninnah was doing as she does best, like as I mentioned, just kind of throwing jabs at Hannah to make her feel away. And this year Hannah was really struggling with this. And so she was in the temple and she was praying unto God, and she was just like really like just letting God have it. She was crying her heart out to God because she desires to have children with her husband and she can't. And then she has Peninnah that's over here that is making it so much harder for her that she could not bear children of her own. So as she's crying, there is a priest there, and his name is Eli, and he was near Hannah where she was praying unto God. And Hannah wasn't verbally speaking out, but her mouth was moving because she was praying to God in her heart, but her mouth was moving, but no words were coming out. So Eli heard her. He did not hear her. Eli saw her, and he was like, "Why you drunk?" He was like, "Are you really drunk right now?" And she like, "No, sir. Like, I'm not drunk. I'm full of like sorrow at this moment. I am crying my heart out to God." And the priest pretty much mentioned to her, he said, "Get up and go and be of good courage. God is going to grant your petition," whatever it is. That he didn't even ask her what it was that she was praying for. He just told her to get up and that God was going to grant her petition. And prior to like her praying, and when Peninnah was really like throwing jabs on her and making her feel bad. She wasn't eating, she wasn't drinking, she was just really like down in her feelings. And she proceeded to go pray, and Eli told her to pretty much go, be of good courage. God gonna bless you. Don't worry about it. God gonna bless you. And she proceeded to eat and drink, and she just felt better. Let me speak for myself. When I am really feeling down, I'm hurt, I'm going through it, whenever I go pray to God, a good pray and a good cry, I'm telling you, God will bless you. Like, you can be full of just struggling emotionally, physically, whatever it is, and you just feel like that you can't talk to nobody else. I bet, go pray and let God have it all. You gonna walk out your prayer room, wherever you praying at, you gonna walk out the thing. God haven't even did anything yet that you could see, but you will feel better just off back, because when you give it to God, that's a peace that can't nobody else give you. So back to Hannah. So she prayed. Eli told her to go and be of good courage. God is going to grant your petition. She was eating, she was drinking, and they went home, and she told God during her prayer that, God, if you give me a child, Lord, I will give him unto you for the rest of his life, and no razor shall touch his head. This is Hannah's prayer unto God. When she was in the temple and she was praying before Eli asked if she was drunk, she was praying this prayer, asking God to bless her with a child, to bless her with a son, and she would give him unto God, and no razor would touch his head. So that was her prayer. So after she made her prayer and her vow unto God, she vowed to give her child back to God. If he was to bless her with the son, she would give him back unto the Lord. So this is her vow to God. And she went on, she prayed, they ate, they drank, they was just giving God glory as they do every year. They went back home, and she brought forth a child. God blessed her with a baby boy, and she named him Samuel. So she nursed him. Every year they go and they have an annual sacrifice unto the Lord, and they'll go to Shiloh, and they'll present their sacrifice unto God. So after God blessed her with a child, Elkanah, he was going this one year, and he asked, are you coming? And she said, no, I'm going to stay back. I am going to nurse him, and when he is weaned off, I will bring him unto God. So that year she did not go, and she finished nursing him. And once she weaned him off, she honored her vow to God, and she took him when they went that next year that they went. She brought Samuel, and she brought him to the priest that was there, and she said that I am giving him unto the Lord, as she prayed for him and she vowed to God that, Lord, if you give me him, I'm going to give him back to you. And because she vowed that to God, and when God blessed her with a son, she kept her vow and she gave him back to the Lord. And that's just an amazing thing right there. Let's just stop right there and just like, she was not playing. She, unlike some of us, when we vow to God, we be like, Lord, can you do this one thing for me, Lord? And I promise I'm gonna do this. Or Lord, I promise I won't do that. And then next thing, you doing that very thing that you said that you would not do. That thing that you vowed to God that you would do if he did whatever it was that you asked for, we find ourselves doing again. So Hannah brought Samuel unto the Lord, and she presented him and gave him back to the Lord as she said that she would. And they went back home, and Samuel stayed there with the priest Eli, and they went back another year. And every year that they were going, she would make Samuel, like she would like make him clothes, like little robes. And every year that they would go, she would take him little robes, and she'll see him there, but he stayed there. He would not come home because she had gave him back to God. And so this one year when they were there, Eli came to them and he said, bless, the Lord is going to give you children by this woman for her dedication unto the Lord. And he was talking about Hannah. And so they went home I mean, right there, Hannah. I'm sure it doesn't say that, but I know if I was Hannah, I would be geeking on the inside, because it's like, Lord, you already did it once, so I know that you can do it again. And the fact that you sent in this word by the man of God, Lord, I'm gonna take it and I'm gonna run with it, and I'm gonna be expecting for this blessing to come. So Eli said what he said to the two of them, and they went home. And when the time came, God blessed Hannah not with one child, but God blessed her with 3 sons and 2 daughters, all because she kept her vow to God. I don't know who this is for. I don't know what it is that you prayed for. I don't know what the vow is that you made unto God, but whatever that vow is, keep it. No matter what may come along or what you feel that you can kind of like hold on to without completely honoring the vow that you made unto God, don't allow that. Don't allow the enemy to make you feel like if you get just a little part of it, then you good. No. Whatever it is completely that you vow to God, make sure you honor that. Hannah kept her vow. She wanted a child all of those years. And when God gave her a child, she gave it back. I mean, that was, I'm sure it wasn't easy for her to do that. Like, who will want something so bad and pray and cry out to God for this thing, and then for it to be gone? Like, that's not easy to do. But she prayed to God and she asked God, if you do this, Lord, I promise I will do this. I vow to do this. And she did that very thing. She kept that vow to God. And because of her obedience is better than sacrifice. Because of her obedience and her word, God blessed her with not just 1 but 5 more kids. 3 sons and 2 daughters. Like, don't tell me what God can't do. Don't tell me that my God don't bless. But you have to do your part. Hannah did her part by praying and keeping that vow to God. And God stepped in and he blessed. And it's a good book. Go and read it for yourself so you can really see, just see how essential and imperative it is to keep your vow to God. It's so important. And I just wanted to just give you that, what God gave to me, of the importance of keeping your vow to God. I just wanted to give you what God gave to me, to make sure whatever it is that you're praying, make sure that you keep your vow to God. The scripture that I have with that is Ecclesiastes 5:4-5, and I'm gonna read it here for you. It says, when thou vowest a vow unto God, defer not to pay it, for he hath no pleasure in fools. Pay that which thou hast vowed. Better is it that thou shouldest not vow than that thou shouldest vow and not pay. So God's saying, you made a vow unto me, okay? Don't renege. Don't renege. Don't take back. Don't be like, Lord, I'm just playing. I cry for this baby, Lord, but you know my heart, Lord. You know this is my son. What, Lord? I can't give my son away. I love him so much. No, that's not what Hannah did. Despite how hard that may have been for her, she vowed to keep her vow unto God, and she gave her son back unto the Lord as she said that she would. So God is telling you, if you're going to make a vow to me, make sure you keep it. God don't want to hear any excuses. He does not want to hear anything that you may come up with yourself to make yourself feel good of why you did not keep your vow unto him. Keep your vow unto God. For he said he don't have pleasure in, he does not have pleasure in any fools. And what you are going to be to him with all of these excuses of why you can't keep your vow, it's going to be foolish, and God don't want to hear it. Keep your vow to God. And he said, it's better if you don't vow than to vow and then not keep your vow unto me. In the event that Hannah did not vow, it would have been better for her just to have prayed and then not say she was going to give it back and then keep her child. But she was obedient. And God is telling you today that whatever it is that you're going through, whatever it is that you're praying for, whatever it is that you are looking for God to do, when you pray, not only pray, but as we mentioned in the last video, if you have not watched the last video, make sure you go back and watch it. Then that now does not mean never. But when you pray, believe, trust, and you're gonna have to wait a little bit, but you have to believe in whatever it is that you're praying for. And if you make a vow when you are praying, asking God to bring forth whatever it is that you're praying for, do not defer in paying that vow. Do not defer from that vow that you are vowing unto God, because God does not have any pleasures in liars or fools. So if it's something that you told God that you were going to do, do it. Do it. It's imperative that you do it. When you keep your vow unto God, God is going to bless you. God is going to bless beyond. I'm sure when Hannah was praying, she asked for one son and God blessed her with that. She gave him back. I'm sure she had no idea that God was going to bless her with 5 more, just because she was obedient and she kept her vow unto God. So whatever it is, despite how hard it may be, that if you feel like your back is against the wall and you feel like, Lord, I know I said I was going to do this, but Lord, I don't feel like I could, do it. At that very moment, do it, because the enemy knows that God does not partake in any of that foolishness, and he knows the consequences that can come along with that. So he's going to put doubt and fear in you, but don't give the enemy any victory. Whatever you told God, see it through, because God is able. God is able to do exceedingly and abundantly above all that you can ask or think. Look at Hannah. He blessed her with 5 more. She asked for 1 son, God gave her 3 more. And 2 daughters. Like, come on now. Like, God is so good. Whatever it is you're going through, keep your vow to God. It pays to keep your vow to God. God is so amazing. And if you feel like you can't do that, just don't vow. Just pray and don't vow. I don't know who this message is for, but whatever it is, that just know that God is able. And whatever it is that you told God that you would do, just make sure you do it. Just make sure you do it. Don't allow any outside noise to get into your spirit to defer you from doing what you said that you was going to do. But keep your vow unto God, because God is able, and He will surpass whatever it is that you think. We tend to put God in a box. Like God made the box that you trying to put Him in. Like what? He made the box that we try to box God in, because we think that He can only do what's within that box. First of all, God made the box, so let's start there. Like, He's so good. I'm just excited for just what God is doing for you guys. Whoever's watching this video, God is going to do it. Trust Him and believe in Him. And I'm excited for you guys. And that's all that I have for you guys today. That it's important to keep your vow to God. Thank you guys for tuning in. Those of you again that are new, thank you for joining today. Make sure you like and subscribe below. Hit that bell option. If there's anything that you guys want me to talk about, any questions that you guys may have, make sure you guys list them down below. Comment on this video and just let me know how you guys are feeling, what you're thinking. I look forward to reading it and just getting back with you guys. And I'm just so excited. And I'll see you guys in our next video. Bye.